This is a big Raptor we did a while back. I'll let you know on the date here, but it was a while back. So what he does is motocross and racing and stuff. This is a big toy hauler, but some of the places he goes, boy, it really beats this thing up. So what happened over here is he ended up getting a tree branch snagged on it. So when these things come in for inspections, these are the things we want to see. I'll go up there and give you a look-see. Alright, so what we're doing now is we're just putting a patch on it. You see, unlike a rubber roof, you can't do this to a rubber roof. This is going to be all heat welded back in there. It'll be fine. But some of the other things you want to make sure, because look at all the scratches you can see on here. So some of it drags along the caulking. I want to see how that's sitting. Look, I got a little bit here, just a tiny little bit, but I want to get that. But look at this, some serious gouging down there. And that's what we're looking for. So we're going to check everything. We're going to check that front turn bar. We're going to check this. We're going to check, you know, the plumbing right here. We're missing a plumbing cap right there. We're going to get a plumbing cap on there. You see? All those things. We're going to walk around the whole thing and make sure everything is all right. We're going to make sure that the balance on the air conditioner is okay. Maybe adjust that stand in there. So these are some of the things we look for when you come back for an inspection. Just simple things like this. You never know where you go and what's hitting your camper. Look at those gouges. You would never have this on a rubber roof last like that, I promise you. Look at that gouging on there. That's how rugged this stuff is. Even that there didn't go through. This one happened to him. You can see he's actually got a dent on that. Boy, he hit it pretty good. So again, that's what we're looking for. So we're going to touch all this up. We're going to touch it all up. We're going to check all these boots here and then make sure they're good. Everything. You can see you got some, even somewhere you get some twigs in there. So, but that's like I said, there's this big old Raptor. And he had another issue with the slide out gasket, so we put a new gasket on for him. So we get that, and then he had a crack right here on the edge of the slide out, and we put some epoxy in there. So we're moving along with it. So like I said, we'll keep. I'll let you know the date and everything on here. Man, that's an awesome shirt.
That looks good, though.
Man, I think the sleeves of these arms are a little too big. May have to take them in. Well, the decal wore off. He's got a flatbed that he pulls this with, and it's got a tank on the back of the cab. It's you know, a service truck like. Anyhow, every time he turns, the corner of the tank ends up barking out the punching holes in the fiberglass right here. So we just gave this a once over, you know, looked it over and inspected it. This is our inspection bay right here. Hit all up there again with another strike right here. You can see we washed it all down, re-primed it, make sure the boots are filled right there on the plumbing, and reset the now all we're doing here, that noise, we're just securing that walkboard across so it doesn't want to move. And we're going to put the logo. So we found out when we did this roof, which really still doesn't look too bad. If you pressure washed it, it would have looked, you know, pretty well. But we did this back in September of 2016 is when we did that. You can see where he's been. Look at these shoulders just all tore up. That really surprises me because that's a lot of wear on these shoulders. And this thing has taken a heck of an abuse on it. That to me is remarkable. That's a lot of daggum scratches. If you're going down the same road, you may need to get a chainsaw. Yeah. So now what we're doing is we're just welding our logo on there. September 16. So we went around both sides and going to do the same thing all the way around, and that's what we're looking for. It's free. Bring it in. Let us look at them. You know, just those little bit, you know, save the coach, I would say. You know, every little tiny hole could be a leak, so we want to make sure that there's nothing there. Now there's obviously sealant behind this whole, what I call a turn bar. That's what it is. I think in the RV industry they call it roof edge banding or something. It's termination bar. Roof comes down, gets terminated here. That's what that is. So there is sealant behind here. And then we put some more on top here. But since you've been going down those trees and everything, you know, it drags some apart. And that could happen to yours. So if it does, bring it back here. Let us take a look at it. This is something that you would look for. Just go down, you want to look and make sure everything's seated right. You know, it don't take but a minute to do it. And you'd be surprised how much just that little bit will save you. But I mean, like you said, I'm really surprised at this amount of warfare on the side of this thing. So he's welding this down. But in the meantime, see, we just fill the boots up a little bit. This is a different type of product. It's filled, it's just a little concave, so we're going to load it up. But you can see how that moves and flexes as you're walking up the ladder. All ladders are going to do that, but they're going to stay nice and tight. You're not going to have all that compromise underneath it where it'll, you know, get a leak. So that's what we did over here. I just filled these ones up real quick while he was doing that. He's going to finish it. And then what we did over here again, we did the same thing, and you know, did the whole second or third or whatever you want to call it, another one, and then we just patched this right here. So that's good to go. He's done all the way down the end. So we're all set. Come back next year, we'll check it out again. If he's got some more scratches and gouges from tree branch, we'll be glad to put another layer on there for him. So it's not a big deal. So we'll get it. This is our Fusion. 2016 is when we put this on. Now I don't even know if I have the video up on this whole installation. Maybe not. But it's probably no different than, you know, like that big Holiday Rambler we got back there. Or, you know, the installs are about the same. I think we had a couple of sheets of decking, if I remember right, on this. Yeah, there was a couple of sheets of decking or something we had to do on here, but that was about it. Then it was just straightforward from there, like all the others.